Didn't I say I didn't want to see you until Sunday? It is what it is. So, anyway, I'm coming back and making another video because of another channel that shares much a same name as ours. It's called Global Watchman News. So definitely go check out Global Watchman News. And they were live a little bit ago, and they were covering an article from a news source that I have used before, and I feel pretty confident about the news source. Every time that it's came up, the news from this source has proven to be accurate. So, I don't know. If somebody knows otherwise about this particular source, let me know. But I know BP Earthwatch uses it. Obviously, Global Watchman News uses it. And, yep, I've used it a couple of times myself. So, man, this is a doozy. This is a doozy. Let's go ahead and go on over. Russia's response to the S-HERS revelations, talking about that journalist. If the negotiations fail, Putin will give a deadline of 72 hours before using nuclear weapons. So, wow. Now, this article has been translated to English. I want to make that clear. When you, I'm going to put the link, obviously, so you can check it out yourself. But when you pull up the link, it will be in Russian or Greek or whatever that is, and you have to translate it over to English, unless you happen to know how to read those languages. I do not. So anyway, pretty good article. It kind of lays quite a bit of stuff out, but I want to get right to the meat and the potatoes, if you will, and that's what we're here for. And I want people to understand, the reality is everything can get turned upside down in a moment's time. And we have reached a level, let me go ahead and come back up here. We have reached a level of international tensions that we need to be concerned about those split seconds. We need to be watchful. We need to be mindful. We need to be mindful not only of what's going on in the world, but what we are doing to make sure that we're not putting ourselves in a position to where we cannot respond if something were to happen. Just like I said, be very vigilant this weekend. Very, very vigilant. Anyway, let me go back over to the article. It says here, under the headline, deadline 72 hours before using nuclear weapon. Says the game went on a collision course. All that you see now is an attempt to de-escalate by escalating the conflict. The board situation is nearing the end of the game, and the sides bring out their main trumps, which they saved for the last minute. They are trying to improve their bargaining position. The Kremlin is demonstrating its readiness to negotiate, and secret negotiations are underway, you can be sure. But if a deal fails, the Kremlin will go all the way, to the point of using tactical nuclear weapons and strategic nuclear weapons. The West does not believe in this. When Moscow gives 72 hours to evacuate the population of the nuclear strike zones, they will believe it. I hope we never come to that. Well, I certainly hope we don't come to that either. But I have confidence that this article at least is correct to the point that those discussions were had. And that, to me, seems like a reasonable claim. Not saying that that's a reasonable thing to ask, but I'm saying it sounds like it's a reasonable claim, in my opinion, that Putin would give a 72-hour warning before doing something like that. That just kind of makes sense, really. Just a lot of puzzle pieces fit with this story. So, again, I cannot emphasize it anymore. Be on the lookout this weekend. Anyway, I once again will say I hope I don't have to see you until Sunday. And with that, have a good weekend and shalom.